Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about dispositors, which I have spoken on many times, but it is so important to understand what the dispositing planet is of each planet, because the dispositor is the soul of that planet. It's the heart and soul, and it really tells you why that planet reacts the way it does. So what is a dispositor? When you look at your planets in your chart and you see what sign they're in, whichever planet rules that sign is the dispositing planet of that planet. So let me take you through a list of them. Let's say you have Mars in Aries. Well, Aries is ruled by Mars, so its dispositing planet is Mars. So therefore, its heart and soul and its energy is Mars all the way. It's action, it's focus, it's a pioneer, it's a beginner. And wherever Mars is in Aries, the whole focal point will be in the house that it's in. No variation with that. It's so focused. So if you have Mars in Taurus, then that would mean the dispositing planet is Venus, because Venus rules Taurus. So you see the importance of these planets in accordance to what signs they're in. These signs give relevance and give personality and give the heart and soul of what that planet is all about. So Mars in Taurus, depending on where Mars is in the chart, you'll look to where its dispositor is. So it kind of connects the houses. So if your Mars is in Taurus, then Venus, wherever it is located, what house it's in, will connect Mars. And that will be the reason why Mars is the way it is. So let's just say that Mars, and actually right now as I speak, Mars is about to go into Taurus. Therefore, Venus is the dispositing planet of Mars during the whole time that Mars is transiting through Taurus. And that means that the results will be all about where Venus is and how it's located. And Venus is about to, halfway through the month of March, go into Pisces, making it extraordinarily strong. Therefore, that strengthens the results of Mars being in Taurus, because its dispositing planet Venus is so high-powered in Pisces. So this is really giving depth and meaning to these planets. Not that Mars is in the first, second, third, fourth house. Where is its dispositor? Because that will give the results of what that planet is about to bring you. So if Mars, let's say it's in Gemini, then Mercury rules Gemini, and that means there's going to be some radical changes quite often for Mars in its energetics. Why? Because Mercury moves so fast. It's moving through different signs itself. And as Mars is in Gemini, Mercury, wherever it is, will give its result. But it's constantly, Mercury changes signs per month. So probably it will be in two different signs, actually, while Mars is in Gemini. Mercury will move, because Mars stays in a sign approximately 6 weeks to 2 months. So for those 2 months, Mars will be all about where Mercury is. But not only that, just by the fact that Mars is in a Mercury-ruled sign, it's going to do everything to do with Mercury, which is communications. That's what it will be about. And then let's say if you have Mars in, let's see, we already did Venus, Mercury. Let's talk about, Mars in its own sign, but Mars in Pisces or Mars in Sagittarius. That means Jupiter becomes the dispositing planet. And that means that everything to do with where Jupiter is located will be the end result of what the triggering transit of Mars is about. Or Mars, let's just say in your birth chart, say you have your Mars in Pisces or you have your Mars in Sagittarius, then wherever your Jupiter is reflects the energy of Mars and what you're all about. And I like to look at Mars just because Mars is the planet of energy and events. It makes things happen. So let's say if your Mars was in Capricorn or Aquarius, then that means Saturn is your dispositing planet of that planet Mars. And what that would mean is your Mars is more focused, it's more reliable, it's more about discipline. And actually Mars being in Capricorn is exalted in that sign, and probably because Saturn stabilizes and focuses the energy of Mars, makes it more productive. But it's also, if Mars is in Aquarius, then Saturn is still again the dispositing planet. But it's not just the Saturn qualities that Mars takes on by being in Saturn's sign, Aquarius. It's also where that planet Saturn goes in your chart that connects the two. So for example, if you have Mars in, let's say, the 12th house, and let's say it's in Aquarius, and you have your Saturn in the 4th house, then that connects Mars to that Saturn in the 4th house and some of the events that are about the 12th house of losses or endings, which the 12th house means. But it has something to do with the mother, because the dispositing planet of Mars goes to the 4th house, which represents the home, the family, and the mother. And actually, somebody with Mars in the 12th and in Aquarius or Capricorn, and Saturn being in the 4th, it could represent losses for the mother, or that you could live in a foreign country. Because Mars is connected to the 12th house, which deals with foreign lands and countries, and the 4th house, which is your home and your family. So always look to see where the dispositing planet of each planet goes. This is a connector of those two planets, as well as when we're looking at the transits in the sky and in the heavens. This is how I really make predictions when I'm looking at the planet's transit, because when I'm looking at the heavens and where the transits are moving, I don't have the luxury of looking at the houses. So all I look at is the connectors, the aspects of the planets, but most of all, their dispositors. Because as I'm watching this Mars and Rahu conjunction in Taurus, I'm also watching what Venus is doing. And the fact that that Mars and Rahu come together in the month of March around the 26th, but Mars dispositing planet being in Taurus, and it's also Rahu's dispositing planet being in Taurus, is Venus. And Venus will be Cassimi around the 25th, 26th of that month as well. So those two things together represent a major triggering of an event around that time in March. And that's this year of 2021. Now, not only that, looking at that conjunction of Venus with the Sun, Venus, let's just plug it into a chart that I know, just for an example. This Mars and Rahu being in Taurus will be in the 6th house of the United States chart that I use, because the United States chart that I use is a Sagittarius ascendant. So the Mars, Rahu are in the 6th house, which could represent enemies and fighting. And the Venus, Sun are in the 4th house of the United States chart in Pisces. So something's connected with fighting, enemies, and the homeland in the United States chart. So Go figure, we'll see if any big events with attacks or anything on the US. It's probably more cyber attacks, but things are happening around that date. But the connector gives me so much more information. That is the dispositor. The fact that Venus is the dispositing planet of Mars and Rahu while they are in Taurus, because Venus rules Taurus. So with that, I'd like to close. I hope this has given you some deep information on how astrology works, because dispositors are a key factor to really understanding a chart. Check it out. And while you're at it, don't forget, if you want to learn Vedic astrology, become certified, become a part of our community, check out my university website, which is University of Vedic Astrology.com. And if you would like to learn more about me, or if you would like a consultation, sign up for my free newsletter, go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Thank you.